Shows we're up, Philip.
Good morning. I'd like to thank y'all for attending the Hunt County Commissioners Court meeting regular session on Monday, February the 21st. Commissioners Court is both open to the public and streamlined online, www.huntcounty.net, page Hunt Health Services. I'd like to call this meeting to order at this time. I will ask the Honorable Mark Hutchins, if you will, say the prayer, please.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you today grateful for your provision for us, and we ask that you grant us wisdom in abundance and grace to make the decisions before us, to make the right decisions. We ask that our focus would be on you, that you care for all the residents of this county and care for them as well, and protect and prepare everybody for potential bad weather coming up, and just be with us today. That's in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. May we address the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you.
Philip, can you just state what time it is, please?
Okay, it's approximately 10:05 or 4 this time. I call this meeting to order. I will have a roll call. We have Mark Hutchins, Precinct 1. We have we have Judge Stovall. He's out on personal business. We're missing him. There's no doubt about that. I tell you what, we also have a Precinct 2 Commissioner, Randy Strait. He's had a problem with his family, basically a death, and the family had to travel to Mississippi. That's why he's not here also. We have Steve Harrison. He's a Commissioner for Precinct 4. My name is Philip Martin. I'm Judge Pro Tem and Commissioner of Precinct 3. The minutes for February 8, 2022 in regular session ask for a motion to okay these minutes.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion for correction. I have a motion and second. Is there any discussion at this time? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion is passed. Public testimony. Citizens are invited to address the Commissioners Court on topics not already scheduled for a public hearing. Public testimony will be made by email. Public comments at huntcounty.net. The public will be permitted to offer a public comment by phone as provided by the agenda and is permitted by the presiding officer during the meeting. An agenda has been permitted by the presiding officer. A recording of the phone video meeting will be made and will be available to the public in accordance with the Open Meeting Act upon written request. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes should conduct themselves in a civil matter. The Commissioners Court cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Concerns will be addressed by county staff. They may be placed on a future agenda or addressed by some other course of response. We do not have any old business, so we'll move on. New business. In reference to consent item, do I have a motion in reference to consent items? These items are considered routine and conducted by Commissioners Court and will be acted by one motion.
I make a motion with normal stipulations.
Second.
I have a motion with normal stipulations and I do have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Approval of accounts payable. I do make a motion that we do pay the bills.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Action item number 1 is the request for a $300 donation to the Children's Advocacy Center out of the county's attorney's misdemeanor
Excuse me,
bond.
Philip,
Yes.
I'm a
still-
little confused, are we?
We still have about line item transfers. and
Oh, I
amendments and
apologize.
Yes, sir,
personnel.
I'm so- I'm
apologize.
sorry, and I'm also just, well, it's maybe not my business, but did people have a chance for public testimony? I mean, I know you read the stuff and you went to the.
Was there any testimony out there that needs to be given?
Oh,
Do
I
y'all
just-
have any public testimony?
I'm sorry, that's not my business, but I just.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If not, we'll go on further. I need the approval of line item transfers, a motion.
Make a motion for approval of line item transfers.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Approval of budgetary amendments.
Make a motion to approve budget amendments.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes. Approval of payroll and personnel. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we approve payroll and personnel.
Second.
I have a motion and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. We go to action items number 1. The request for $300 donation to the Children Advocacy Center out of the county attorney's misdemeanor bond forfeiture, account 10-621-1300-3194, Calvin Grogan. Do I have a motion and a second in reference to this item?
Make a motion, we approve this request.
Second.
I have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Item number 2, the award of formal bid 219-22 2014 to 2016, 2 used semi-trucks for Hunt County. The purchasing department recommends award to Roy Trucks and Equipment Incorporated. The amount is $135,000. The only responsive bidder per bid tabulation. Funding is from the Road and Bridge Precinct 2 Equipment Funds, 22671-3700-4200. This is from the parent purchasing. Do I have a motion in reference to this?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Item number three, the Cattle Mills Industrial Park will be needing a road board left to pass through roads we are installing at I-30 Service Road to County Road 2508. The bore of 50 foot to the left of passage through road we are installing 3 culverts off the retention pond for drainage, all that has been engineered per City of Cattle Mills ETJ. Randy Strait put this in. The gentleman that's asking for this request is Scott Clemens. Do I have a motion to allow this work?
So moved.
Okay, I need a stipulation in reference to this also, please.
Yeah, I think, I believe on the wording in here, it says that we are installing it, and that's not correct.
It's
so
Scott Clemens is
Yeah, I
installing
just
this,
want
not
that
the county.
clarification on it, and I second that.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
with normal stipulation, sir?
Yes,
Correct.
yes, sir.
I have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. This is number 4, item 4, the upgrade of approximately 1,500 foot of County Road 1116 from dirt to rock in Precinct 1 at county's expense. Commissioner Hutchins?
Make a motion, we approve this upgrade.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second in reference to this. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye. All against? The motion passes. Item number 5, the upgrade of approximately 1,025 foot of County Road 1116 from dirt to rock in Precinct 1 money is in escrow. Commissioner Hutchins,
Make a motion, we approve this upgrade.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Number 6, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 3675, Coit Road in Precinct 3. I do make a motion with the normal stipulations. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. The request to construct electric power distribution facilities across County Road 3228 in Precinct 3, this is item number 7. I do make the motion that we allow this construction with the normal stipulations. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? The motion passes. At this time, we're going to have a public hearing, and I would read this, and then I'm going to ask Brian Toole to come up, please. Public hearings for application for change of zoning from C2 Light Commercial District to SF40 Single Family Residential of approximately 217.43 acres located at 7873 Farm Market Road 2101, Quinlan, Hunt County, Texas. This is Trampa Smith, he's represented the owner. This is actually known as Peninsula Ranch. I would like to say this before I turn it over to Brian, that this has gone before the planning and zoning in West Walken, and they have approved it and sent it to us. Would you explain this to us, please?
Sure. What we've got is, we've got the Peninsula Ranch. They're wanting to rezone the property to single-family residential from commercial. Zone commercial now. It's been a wedding venue. Hello. All right.
Thank you.
It's been a wedding venue for some years, so it was zoned commercially. With the recently adopted Lake Tawakoni comprehensive plan that y'all recently passed, this falls in line with what is proposed there. They had proposed to rezone some of that as single family from commercial. This would actually rezone the entire thing to single family from commercial. Like you said, it went before the Lake Tawakoni Planning and Zoning. They do make a recommendation for approval, as it does fall in line with what they're wanting to do. So,
Thank you. We're involved in the public hearing in reference to this. Are there any comments that need to be made? Do we have anything?
No, there's no comments online.
What I'll do is I'll close the public hearing at this time. We're going to go on and move on number 9, the application for changes of zoning from C2 light commercial districts to SF40 single-family residential of approximately 217.43 acres located at 7873 FM 2101, Quinlan, Texas. Trampa Smith is representative owner, and as I said earlier, the Tawakoni Planning and Zoning have accepted and given a recommendation in reference to this. So I have a motion to accept this and accept the recommendation of the board at this time. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Item number 10, we're going to have a public hearing at this time. It's open for an application for changes of zoning from C2 Light Commercial District to SF40, single-family residence of approximately 14.432 acres located at the southwest corner of Hunt County, 3602 and Private Road 3842, Quinlan. It has been recommended by the Planning and Zoning Board to allow this to be done. Brian, would you please explain this to everybody?
this is a piece that is just outside of Quinlan's ETJ. Very early on, there was discussion with Quinlan. We discussed back and forth, and the very small corner of it was located in their ETJ, no frontage, no access. It would be what's the back of the lot, so they said, no, Hunt County, Lake Tawakoni Planning and Zoning can handle it. This is in an area that is zoned commercial for some reason, but it is surrounded by residential and agricultural properties. Subdivisions all around it. It being commercial, just, it's kind of one of those things that was done back then, and now there's some folks looking to change it.
Thank you.
Another recommendation by
Yes, sir.
P and Z.
And there is a recommendation by the P and Z.
Okay.
They liked it, so.
Thank you. Is there any comment from the audience? Do we have any comments in reference to?
Yeah.
I close this at this time, the public hearing. We go to number 11. Application for change of zoning from C2 Light Commercial District to SF40 Single Family Residential, approximately 14.432 acres, located at the southwest corner of County Road 3602 and Private Road 3842, Quinlan, Texas. This has been recommended by the Tawakoni and Planning and Zoning Board in reference to this. Do I have a motion and a second in reference to this?
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Okay, now, we're going to item number 12, the final plat of Highland Estates in Precinct 3, pending the approval of the change of the zoning, Owens Land Service. And now this is the same one that we had the public hearing on, and we just okayed basically changing it from the C2 to the SF40. But I would also like to advise that in reference to this, the stipulation in reference to this is to have them do a paved, a hard surface in reference to this addition. The addition is called High Hollow Section C, correction?
No, Highland Estates.
It's called Highland Estates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a plat on the zoning change that y'all just approved. They're going in, they're taking a big, 10-acre tract and busting it up into lots. The lots front a private road. This private road is controlled by an HOA that consists of 2 or 3 different subdivisions down in there. They do have an agreement from the HOA to allow these folks to access the private road. The people will become part of the HOA to pay dues and all that good stuff. Whenever I discussed this with Commissioner Martin, he went and looked at the road. The road's nice and wide. It's rock, and the HOA does a pretty good job of maintaining it. But our county subdivision regulations state that the roads have to be brought up to, county standard. So that would be technically 28-foot wide blacktop surface, asphalt or oil sand, chip seal, what have you. So Commissioner Martin is wanting the road to be upgraded.
I agree.
So that's where we're at on this deal.
Gentlemen, I would reiterate, they're having actually 10 lots in reference to this ranging, y'all have the reference to this called Highland Estates. I apologize, it's called Highland Estates. I'll make a motion that we allow the platting of this with the stipulation that there be a discussion in reference to hard surface down that county road. And I'm going to name the county road to make sure that we know that we're talking about the correct one. It's off of 3602.
Private Road 3842.
Yes, sir, 3842. I will make a motion that we allow this, basically, but have an understanding that the pavement will be put up to our specifications.
Is that good enough, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a
Is that a
motion.
motion? I'll second then.
I have a motion and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The motion is passed. Thank you. This, number 13, we're going to go into a public hearing for the replat of High Hollow 5, Section C and Section E, Lot 1R and Lot 10R in Precinct 2. This is by owner Paul and Courtney Sturgeons. Have y'all had an opportunity to look at this? Would you explain it to us, Mr. True?
They are not adding lots. They're taking two existing lots that had kind of a jagged property line between them, and they're straightening the property line out. They own both lots that are involved in this replat, and they're wanting to sell one to be built on as it was intended whenever it was subdivided. So they're just kind of fixing an odd property line.
Good enough. This is an open session, public hearing in reference to this. Do I have any comments? Do I have also any comments about it?
No comments online.
Okay, I'm closing that public hearing. Number 14, the replat of High Hollow, Section C and Section E, Lot 1R and Lot 10R in Precinct 2. Do I have a motion and a second in reference to this?
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Motion passes. Number 15, we have another public hearing for the replat of Lot 13 of Pecan Meadow Subdivision in Precinct 1. This is a public hearing at this time. Mr. Toole, will you explain this to us?
Got a family situation. A couple of sisters bought this lot together, and they're dividing it up between them and one of the daughters. So it's just kind of a technicality that we have to replat it because it is in a platted subdivision, so we've got to change that plat.
My understanding is there's no frontage issue or?
No frontage issues,
No
no,
issues.
nothing special or out of the ordinary on it.
Are there any comments from the audience? Is there anything in reference to outside? If not, I close the public hearing at this time. We go to number 16, agenda. The replat of Lot 13 of Pecan Meadows Subdivision in Precinct 1. Amanda Binkley, owner's representative. Do I have the motion?
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. We're going to the final plat, number 17 on the agenda, of Clayton Ridge in Precinct 1, and this is CMH Homes Incorporated. Mr. Toole.
This is a typical subdivision. Got a creek on one end. They've put a drainage easement down there to cover that creek. The tree line was thick and wooded with cedar, and they've gone in and cleared it and made it beautiful so that there's not going to be any issues there. The road upgrade has already been paid for into escrow, and I believe y'all approved it a couple of weeks back. So pretty cut and dry deal.
The final plat of Clayton Ridge in Precinct 1, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The motion passes. Item number 18, the final plat for Vergy Estates in Precinct 1, byline servicing.
Had to do some right-of-way clearing, had to take a couple of trees down. They've got them down. Road's already hard surface, and most of it fronts 1569 anyway, so there wasn't a whole lot to do on this one.
Is this part of the right-of-way clearing that you had pictures of? Is this the location or no?
The one that I showed you, no, that was the last one. Clayton Ridge was the one that I showed everybody pictures of that was so beautiful and has now turned into an example as to what I send developers whenever they want to know what the right-of-way needs to look like. But no, this one's just, they had to take down a couple of hackberry trees that were leaning out over the road, so.
Is there any other people want to talk about it? The final plat for Vergy Estates in Precinct 1, do I have a motion in reference to this?
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The motion passes at this time.
Thanks, guys.
Daniel Ray, do we need to go into executive session?
Yes, under 1, 3, and 4.
We're going to adjourn into executive session under item 1, 3, and 4. Do I need to read those?
No.
Good enough. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second to adjourn into executive session. At this point of time, we are adjourned. Okay, I'm taking send camera. Tell me if we're up.
Here we are.
Yep.
You say we're up?
We're
Yes.
up, yeah.
Name's Philip Martin. We've returned out of executive session into regular session. There is not any action to be taken under executive session. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So, second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
All right.
All against? The motion passes.
Turn this off.
Good enough.
Turn this off.